Hi, hello, how are you all? Today I wanted to share an experience of mine with all of you people and what happened today with me. Again, a mishap has happened with me. Those who don't know, it is not worthy to tell you that I had taken the LSAT exam on October 2nd, 2024. This was my second exam. Last year I had appeared in this test. I secured 134 out of 180 marks, and then I had applied to numerous universities last stage of USA, but unfortunately I had failed to get admission in any of the last stage universities of America. Uh, I prepared nearly for uh, 1 year, and then again reappeared in my October 2024 exam. Last year it was the October 2023 exam. On 2nd October 2023, 2024, I had the exam, and this time I had chosen the exam to take my exam remotely by sitting in my own room because I feel difficulty concentrating while taking my exam in the test center, and there was a disturbance of the exam. The cost of this exam is also very high, and the concentration level required in order to ace this exam is also uh, very high. So I had chosen to take the exam at the facility of my home, but numerous disconnectivities were happening on the test day of October 2nd. Firstly, there is a there was a big problem of electricity. In order to tackle the electricity problem, a load shedding problem, I moved from Lahore to the other city of Gujranwala, Moramnabad. In Moramnabad, my brother-in-law lives, my sister lives, and I moved to my brother-in-law's home prior to one day of my exam. I tried to take my exam on that night, but there there was no issue of electricity. But at that night, power outage too had happened, but power finally had been restored, and I had the exam on the very next day in the morning. But unfortunately, their internet speed was coming very slow. My old device too wasn't working at that time there. Then on the same night at nearly 2 a.m. at night, and I moved from Gujranwala to Lahore to my own home. When I arrived here, and prior to my exam, 1 to 2 weeks prior to my exam, I had requested the LSCO officials, and I had lodged my complaint to on Pakistan Citizen Portal to kindly, and I had shown my roll number slip to them that at this time my exam had to happen and kindly don't uh, cause the load shedding on that day. But they intentionally cause the load shedding on that day. On the time when I returned back to Lahore, all the nearly the whole night I spent in travel. When I returned back to home, there was the time of morning Fajr prayer, and there was the time of 5 a.m. And when I returned back, then I slept for nearly for 2 hours. Then when I woke up, then suddenly power outage happened, which was intentional by the LSAC officials. Then I started thinking where I should go. I tried to contact my other sister who lived in Johor town, but he had some. And on the same day, I engaged in an argument with her on some issue. So due to overfight, I also wasn't able to go to her home to take my test. Then I moved to my other property, which is in Landa Bazar, commercial property. And in one of my shop, I tried to take my exam, and it was disconnecting again and again. But somehow I completed my exam. Then on the very next day, I lodged my complaint and placed a hold on my test. Then they given me the option to again retest. Today I had to retest, and when I today I tried to retest, uh, then it was the 12 a.m. Eastern time, American Eastern time, and Pakistani it was about 9 a.m. And I was taking my exam very well, and I was in the middle of my exam. Half of the exam I have completed, and half has left behind. There comes an intermission of 10 minutes, and in those 10 minutes, you have to take some refreshment. You can go out for a washroom or take the water and drink the water. I asked my doctor who was observing me live from the webcam. I talked with him in the chat and I requested him. He was a male. I requested him to kindly allow me to go outside of the room and till that time pass my exam. Last time to the lady doctor has passed my exam, but he didn't do so. He said that you don't have any accommodations. I said okay then allow me to urinate in the same room and outside of the camera. And as I am experiencing kidney pain, kidney stone disease, and I have to take medicine for that, and that's why I have to feel the need of urination again and again after every 30 to 60 minutes. That's why I was unable to control my urine. I sat in that. This was the that corner, and from that floor. This was this same chair and sofa where I am sitting right now, and this is the same desk where I was taking my test in the early morning, and in the early night American time. Proctor first of all allowed me to go there, and I urinated according to me and according to my I was sitting beside my sofa and out of the view of the camera. And when I stood up, then he saw me fastening my belt of my trousers. And I when I returned back to my sofa and chair, and I asked him, I have done that. Now I resume my exam. There was 3 minutes left. He said, wait a second. He didn't said anything. He said, okay. Then after nearly after 1 minute, he said, wait a second. I said, for what? I was about to continue my exam, resume my exam. There was 1 minute left behind. I said whether there is a need of any checking because they have a role to check in process etc. Type. But it was only on that time when someone goes outside of the room. This is in one of their rules. But in just in order to save that time, I urinated in the same room and with his prior permission, which he himself allowed. But after when 1 minute has left behind to resume exam, he passed my exam. Amazingly, he didn't pass the exam during the time when I requested him, but he passed the exam on his own. You may say that on his own consent and with his own will. Then I asked him that I want to drink water as he has passed exam, but he said that you keep sitting here, your time has finished, and you can't continue your exam. This is what I am telling the psyche of American peoples, and this was the department of Prometric American. This is an American agency. My exam, I had registered my exam to LSAC. My exam name was LSAC, and LSAC now then further transferred the this live proctoring exam taken duty to other third party, which is a Prometric. Prometric is also American based organization, and he said you can't stand up from your seat because you have passed your break time, and when he has passed the exam from his side just in order to I ask about my conduct to one of his superior. These are literally bastard peoples. They are like call center representative, which uh, are common in most of the areas of the world. They have literally no manners how to deal with a person or candidate. And they have little to no knowledge of or education about anything. They are just call center representative people, and they just have some basic knowledge rules how they have to deal with how they have to uh, conduct the exam according to the rules. He caused me to wait for 1 hour and said to me that nothing has happened and I should wait, and there is no need to worry about that. My time will not be wasted. And I kept asking him to kindly let me resume my exam as there is a load shedding problem common here in Pakistan. But he said that no, sir, you don't have to worry about this thing, and we will let you uh, proceed your exam very soon. And just give me some time. I even started snoozing after nearly 1 hour. A senior, he talked with his superior about the requirement and whatever other rules of him which he himself don't know. Then he talked with his superior. His superior arrived in the microphone. He was watching me in the webcam, just like as you, all of you people are watching me in the webcam. He talked with me in the microphone, and I listened to him in the speaker of my laptop. He said that you urinated, did washroom in the same room, and I admitted that, and I said that I did that after the prior approval of your doctor. And he said that, but you were appearing in the view of the camera. I said that. He said to me, he asked me to explain my position. I replied that I tried my best not to appear in the view of the camera. He maybe he would have seen me fastening my belt. I also told him that I had also requested him to kindly let me go outside of the room and take my and do the washroom do the washroom in the washroom. But he didn't allow me, and he didn't pass my exam, and rather he said to me that you don't have any competition. He said when I told this to that supervisor of him, he also reiterated his stance that surely they don't have uh, any accommodation of these types, and they have to and they require the students to get prior approval from the LSAC and their department, etc., etc. But contrarily, last time in the October 2nd, 2024 exam, which had happened 2 weeks earlier, the lady proctor has passed my exam nearly for 20 to 25 minutes when there was a break of 10 minutes. She had done that because the check-in process, when we return back, the check-in process takes time, and it nearly consumed 5 to 10 minutes, which included the 360 view of your room, your the view of your desk, beneath your desk, your arms, your face, your hand, your collars, your ears, backside of your ears, your pockets, your front pockets, your pockets of your trouser, your front pockets of your trouser, your back pockets of your trouser, the floor beneath your desk, the keyboard beneath place beneath your keyboard, the backside of your laptop. All these security protocols take time. Then you have to show your passport or whatever ID you have to show. These all these things, while performing all these things, nearly you spend 10 to 20 minutes. But he this time he didn't allow. It was his fault. Then I talked. Then there is an option. He didn't listen to me and terminated my exam without any prior uh, without any prior and further allowing me to explain my position to him. Then I live chatted with the proctor uh, agent. She said that she is unable to resolve this conflict because it doesn't come in her ambit. Then she asked me to um, ask me and refer me to the LSAT. Then I emailed them, but when we emailed the LSAC, they respond in 2 to 3 days. When I just had to take my exam today, and it was the final test date of them. I emailed them. Then I emailed also Prometric on their website, and I in one email I upload my today's test day complaint, and in other complaint I filed an appeal against the decision of the proctor of today's proctor. but all goes in vain. Then I thought that I should call them by my cell phone, and from when you call from Pakistani number, and everybody know that on international call charges a lot. Then I tried to call them on the helpline of LSAC, but LSAC didn't was unable to attend my call because at that time there was 2 a.m. Eastern time, and at that time they all of those bastards are sleeping, and they had to arrive at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. I waited for 8 a.m. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, which was nearly 5:30 p.m. in Pakistani time. And when I called him, I loaded the balance of us nearly us Pakistani 500 Pakistani rupees. I called him for 15 minutes, and as a representative, I explained to him all my today's mishap and story. He said that I should lodge and I should email them on their official LSAC email address. I said that I already had done so, and I also had emailed the Prometric, the third party organization which had terminated my exam, and I requested him to kindly allow me to retake my test and resume my exam. He said wait. Then he transferred me to Prometric department, and after waiting nearly 15 minutes for them, a lady representative of them arrived too, which was also American, who said that who after knowing all my inquiring all my details and knowing about all my problem asked for a time. I waited again nearly for 15 minutes, and I remained in contact with her for nearly total 30 minutes. And then in the end, she returned after 15 minutes and said to me that she was unable to do anything for me, and it just come in the ambit of LSAT. And she said that it is the job of LSAT to let me resume my exam. I said that. Then she also asked me to talk to her technical team. I said I already live chatted with her with their technical support, but they are saying that it is not their job. It is the same case as we people do in Pakistan. We transfer our responsibility from and liability from one person to the other person, and then I asked her and I requested her to kindly then re-transfer me to the LSAC because it was the LSAC number. I didn't want to disconnect my call. The call reached to near to 15 minutes, and it was from my Pakistani number. Then again, I talked with the LSAC representative. I again told again asked inquired about my problem. I told my problem to him. He told about my information and credential and where I am there. And finally, he just said one sentence, and that was, "Now I will have to wait for the January 2025 LSAT exam, which has to come after 3 months." I asked him that I replied to him that last year I had tried to take this exam on October 2023. I had applied with the October 2023 the American law universities, but they hadn't accepted me and they had rejected me. Now I have arrived one after complete 1 years, and this is the time admission. This is time when admissions are open in the US universities, and if they will delay my exam, then I will face difficulty in getting admission in the law school exam. But he said he is unable to do it, and my call due to the out of the balance. And after talking with them nearly more than 1 hour, got disconnected. So, what I have concluded after my today's experience is that Americans are very selfish people. They are very bastard people, and they try to find the flaws in the smallest and tiniest things. But and in my view, all of that which they have done, in my view, they have done intentionally, and it is it is not just me with whom they have done, rather they have done with most of the candidates, and they have done that because they know that all those candidates who take exam from their home, they are well prepared, and whenever they see that someone is doing their, according to my perception, whenever they see that someone is performing well in the exam, then they uh, make some objection and terminate their exam. So this is the second chance which had happened to me. But no matter what happens, I am too stuck on in my intentions, and I'm not gonna give up on my journey to move to USA. I nearly 2 years back I had dreamed to move to USA, and it is my 2 years hard work. No matter how much more time I spend, I will try my best to. I will try my best and did my best to reach to America and become an American. And there would be come a time when I would be a part of them. So whatever has happened today with me, I have become very disappointed with the conduct of the Prometric and LSAC, and if anyone of them listening here, then I request them and require the higher officials of them to conduct their inquiry and mend their ways, because it is very unjustifiable that a candidate put so much effort in preparing for the exam, and he managed the heavy fees of these types of Americans exam with a very difficulty. You people don't know that how those candidates are arranging their fees and expenses, but you terminate those exams just because you don't want people to come to USA or get admission in the US university or get the visa or become US nationals. This is highly unjustifiable and condemnable in my view. Then those people who move to America through illegal ways and through by crossing the border are adopt the best method than coming from illegal ways. So this was my today's story, and I wanted to tell you people what has happened to me. What I today want from you people is that to pray for me, to pray for me to go through this whole process. Nearly 1.5 week back, I lost my job of local commission, and now today my exam terminated when I was in the mid of the way. If somehow I today I remained successful to complete my exam, then within 1 to 2 months I would have got the got the admission in the US universities, and after that my visa process and my process of going there would have started, and in the next I would have gone there in the next 3 to 4 months. But now 3 to 4 months again I will have to wait, and let's see. But one thing is clear: no matter what happens, no matter how much obstacles I will face, no matter what type of problems I will face, I will go there, I will achieve my goal. There are some people who are waiting for me there to on whom I want to write, and to whom I am desperate to meet. But I don't know why whenever I tried my best to cover this distance, always I got a blow of misfortune from my fate, and this distance got wider. But I can just work, work, and thank you. And again, pray for me and pray for fulfillment of